If you love taking a crack at that leaking faucet, patching the drywall, or finally mounting the shelves straight, you already know the pain. You buy a tool that looks legit, and it still makes the job harder. So in this video, I'm breaking down 7 tools that are worthless and 8 that are worth your money. Let's get into it. Number 15. Jetting Trig Air Fiber Blowing Machine. Here's the thing about tools that sound impressive. They've got to solve a problem you actually have. This machine blows fiber optic cable through microduct using air pressure plus a mechanical drive. Digital controls, constant feedback, keeps the line from snapping. It's genuinely smart engineering for the guys building fiber installs all week. But that's not you. You've got a driveway, a garage, and a weekend. This thing can't pull Romex, won't help with a fish tape run, and doesn't touch copper or conduit. What you're paying for is production pace and cable protection, and those only matter when you're running microduct for a living. The moment you stop, it becomes an expensive shelf decoration that can't do a single useful thing in your shop. Number 14. Hatronic Meme HL Remote Control System. Remote control for cranes and hydraulics sounds like the future. And it is. Just not yours. This system runs heavy equipment from 100 meters away. Customizable buttons, ergonomic layout built for gloves, emergency stop, anti-interference tech, and a body that shrugs off dust, water, and drops. The engineering's serious because the stakes are serious. Suspended loads and moving hydraulics will hurt you fast if you're standing in the wrong spot. But here's the thing. That safety advantage only matters if you own the equipment it's designed for. If you're running a crane or loader daily, it's worth talking about. If you're not, you're buying a safety system for a machine sitting in someone else's yard. Distance is the whole value proposition, and distance is useless without the machine to go with it. Number 13. Leister Variant Sirius 700 Welder. This machine welds tarps, banners, and membranes at production speed. Temperature, pressure, and speed all dialed through a touchscreen. Rolls on swivel wheels, saves custom settings, and keeps seams consistent from hour 1 to hour 10. For roofing crews and signage shops, that's money. One bad seam becomes a callback, and callbacks kill margins. For the guy fixing his own truck on weekends, this thing will live in a corner until you sell it at a garage sale. You don't need industrial seam welding for anything on your to-do list. A basic heat gun handles the occasional shrink or adhesive job for a fraction of the price. The Leister only earns its price when seam welding is your actual business, and consistency is what keeps customers from calling back angry. If that's not your situation, just pass on this one. Number 12. Clock EKSD Electromechanical Stripping Tool. This looks like a productivity miracle until you see what it's actually built for. It strips heavy conductors in the 6 to 35 millimeter squared range. One button and it clamps, strips, and releases in a clean motion. Cuts hand strain, runs hundreds of strips per charge, fits in tight control cabinets. Electricians doing panel work and big commercial feeds love it because it makes a repetitive job fast and consistent. The problem is that cable range. Most home wiring and weekend work doesn't live there. You'd still need a standard stripper for smaller gauge stuff, so now you've got 2 tools doing the job one used to handle. This one's all about volume. Do 10 strips and you won't feel a difference. Do 500 in a day and it pays for itself fast. If your week doesn't look like that second scenario, save your money. Number 11. Barnes Drader Injector Weld 245. Plastic welding is real and it works. This injector welder fuses thermoplastics from the inside out, so the repair's as strong as the original material. Pistol grip for control, easy refill for long sessions, trusted in automotive and agriculture where plastic gets punished and the fix actually has to hold. If you're repairing cracked housings or busted brackets week after week, this earns its place. You fix it, skip sourcing a replacement, and move on. For most guys though, plastic repair's occasional. When something breaks, you replace it, bolt a fix on, or do a quick patch because the stakes just aren't that high. This tool rewards commitment. Learn it, and it saves you when parts are hard to find. Don't learn it, and it just sits there reminding you that you'll definitely get around to it someday. Only buy it if that problem keeps showing up on your schedule. Number 10. Greenlee RT 10 Rope Tester. The mission here is safety, and that deserves respect. You feed rope through this portable unit and it tests dielectric strength in the field, catching invisible structural damage before something lets go under load. Bright LED, loud buzzer, magnetic mounts, runs on 9-volt batteries. It's smart design for people whose lives genuinely depend on rope every day. But most guys using rope are doing straps, towing, and light rigging. Your safety plan for that isn't testing, it's buying quality gear and replacing it before it gets sketchy. That's cheaper, simpler, and just as effective when the loads you're dealing with aren't career-ending if something fails. If you're around electricity and rope daily, buy it without thinking twice. If you're not, your money goes further toward better rope and a regular replacement schedule than a tester for a risk level you're not actually carrying. Number 9. Brute Force F B1-6 Firewood Bundler. If you're selling firewood for a living, this thing is deeply satisfying. Loose logs go in, neat sellable bundles come out fast. Simple crank and tension system, works with wrap film or netting, built for daily abuse on a sales lot. When volume is the whole game, a bundler saves hours and makes the product look professional enough to move faster. But if you're splitting wood for your own fireplace, you've got a completely different situation on your hands. You split it, stack it, season it, and burn it. Nobody's grading your pile or paying you per bundle. It's a profit tool for someone moving product every week, not a comfort tool for a homeowner. It won't reduce injury risk, won't make repairs easier, and doesn't upgrade anything useful in your setup. Spend that money on better handling tools instead. Number 8. DeWalt Remote Control 360-degree line laser. Here's what most guys miss about a laser level. The beam's only half the value. The other half is not walking back to it every 2 minutes. This one throws a powerful green beam that stays visible even in a lit room. Self-leveling, dual axis, accurate layout every time. But the remote is what actually changes how you work. When you're on a ladder hanging cabinets or across a room setting trim lines, climbing down to tweak the laser kills your focus and invites small errors that turn into ugly reveals once everything's mounted. With the remote, you're adjusting from where the cut or fastener actually happens. That keeps you dialed in and keeps the line honest. Add a durable build, and you've got a layout tool you'll reach for on every job, not just the big ones. It replaces the tape measure arguments with a line you can see and actually trust. Number 7. Little Giant Megalite Plus 18T Ladder. Most ladders make you choose between stable and convenient. This one tries to cover both and mostly pulls it off. It converts between A-frame, extension, and scaffold configurations, reaches 18 feet, and has built-in leg levelers so uneven ground doesn't turn into a circus act. The ratchet height adjustment is smooth and keeps your fingers out of pinch points when you're changing positions fast. It's surprisingly light for everything it does, and it still holds 300 pounds, which is you, your tool belt, and the extra thing you carried up because you refused to make a second trip. Painting, gutters, roof repairs, high shelving, this ladder handles the pile without feeling sketchy at height. The scaffold setup is the part people sleep on, but it turns awkward ceiling work into something you can actually control. If you're on a ladder regularly, this one pays back every time. Number 6. Rapid Work Light Painter Plus. Most bad body work doesn't start with bad technique. It starts with bad lighting. You miss a scratch under a yellow shop light, seal it under your top coat, then catch it in daylight and feel it in your chest. This light runs 5,000 lumens at 6,000 Kelvin, which simulates actual daylight. That color temperature shows you what the paint and surface texture really look like instead of what a warm, dim bulb lets you think they look like. The frosted lens cuts harsh glare so you can stare at panel edges and cut lines for hours without your eyes playing tricks on you. It's IP65 rated, so it lives in a garage or driveway without complaint. If you're doing any kind of detail work, sanding, finishing, or body work, this light finds flaws before they get locked in permanently. That's the cheapest quality improvement you can make. Number 5. Bosch Universal Detect. This is the tool that stops you from making the dumbest and most expensive mistake in the book. The one where you drill into a wall you didn't build and hit something that wrecks your afternoon and your budget at the same time. It detects hidden cables and studs before you cut, with an interface simple enough that you'll actually use it instead of just guessing. Automatic calibration cuts the false reads that make cheap detectors useless, and a confident wrong reading is genuinely worse than no reading at all. It's compact and light enough to stay in the bag you actually grab. Use it before mounting a TV, hanging shelves, running new fixtures, or drilling into anything in a house you didn't wire yourself. It protects your wiring, your plumbing, and your bits. Checking twice takes seconds. Finding out the hard way costs a lot more. Number 4. Hide Dust-Free Vacuum Scraper. Prep is where most guys rush, make a mess, and pay for it later when grit shows through the finish or dust settles into wet paint that looked clean an hour ago. This scraper hooks to your shop vac and pulls debris as you work so the dust cloud never gets to own the room. The angled blade reaches corners without gouging the surface underneath, which matters when you're prepping for patch or primer and need something to actually bond. It fits standard vacuum hoses, so there's no special system to buy into. The payoff is pure momentum. Less sweeping between passes, less grit floating into your finish, less time wiping everything down when the job wraps. Hook it to the vac you already own, and scraping indoors becomes something you can actually do without coating the whole garage in a gray film. Number 3. Bessie Ceiling Tripod Attachment STEDS. Overhead work is where you learn fast how badly you need a third hand. Holding a panel against the ceiling while trying to drive a fastener straight is the kind of job that makes you question every decision that led you here. This attachment turns a standard tripod into a ceiling prop in seconds. Lock it in, adjust the height, and it holds drywall or panels securely while you fasten them correctly. No wobble when you're pushing overhead. No wrestling with gravity while also trying to think about alignment. That's a genuine game changer when you're working solo, which most of us doing our own projects are. You focus on the work instead of just keeping things from falling on your face. It's light enough that you'll actually bring it to the job, and it doubles as temporary support while adhesive sets. If you do overhead installs even a few times a year, this one earns its spot fast. Number 2. DeWalt DCG570B 18-volt cordless grease gun. If you maintain a trailer, a mower, a lift, or anything with grease fittings, you already know the problem. Stubborn fittings that take everything you've got, awkward spots under a chassis, and the quiet knowledge that you're probably skipping fittings you can't reach comfortably. This gun pumps up to 10,000 psi so the stubborn ones give up. Variable speed keeps you from over-greasing and making a mess. The 42-inch hose reaches the spots that would otherwise require you to be a contortionist, and the LED helps when you're working under something dark. Cordless means shop or field, wherever the machine happens to live. With a 14.5-ounce capacity, refills are rare. If you own anything with fittings, consistent greasing is what keeps expensive wear from sneaking up on you. This makes that consistency easy enough that you'll actually stay on schedule. Number 1. Bosch 18-volt Pro Factor Hammer Drill Driver. This is the one cordless upgrade that stops projects from stalling out at the hard part. 130 inch-pounds of torque. Hammer mode for masonry when you need anchors in concrete, a block wall, or brick. Kickback control that actually matters because a high torque drill that catches and twists can wreck your wrist before you even process what happened. Metal chuck grips bits tight. LED for the dark corners every garage and crawl space seems to have in abundance. It stays under 4 pounds, so you can run it for an hour without your shoulder filing a formal complaint. Drills wood and metal like a standard driver, then switches to hammer mode when the material gets stubborn and a regular drill starts burning through bits. For a lot of guys, this replaces buying a separate hammer drill and a separate high torque driver, which means the kit gets simpler and a drawer gets freed up. One drill that handles the hard stuff without drama.